What's up, podcast? Before we start today's episode, I just want to make sure that you guys are following and subscribing all of our content at svaofamerica.com/AssistanceHQ. There you can find all of the latest and greatest content, podcasts, articles, and so much more. The link's going to be in the description, so make sure you don't ever miss a piece of content. It's a whole lot of assistance going on. And now, a moment from our sponsor. Hey guys, today's podcast episode is taken from a Facebook Live recording that I did earlier today. I hope you guys enjoy.
A lot of you guys skip this step when you're making a business, all right? And this is the reason why most of you guys spend a lot of your time asking your friends, "Oh, what did you do? How'd you do this? How'd you do that?" So, like I said, yeah, this stemmed from this Tiffany Haddish situation, right? Feel me? So Tiffany Haddish in the thing was talking about business. Like, if you're a friend and you ask your business owner friend, "Oh, how did you start your business?" They'll respond with hard work. Well, specifically, more like, "What did you do?" Took me a long time, long nights. You got to be prepared to go a long time. And I keep saying, like, okay, well, she's not, like, that's really what it is. And someone's like, "Oh, that's how you respond to questions." And I'm like, no, I let people know exactly like what I do. Yeah, it takes hard work, and yeah, it's gonna be long nights because guess what? That's what a business is. However, people always ask you, "Well, what did you do to start this business? What did you do? Long nights, hard work? Like you're gonna have to research." So the issue isn't really that people aren't giving out what it is. It's people are doing this one step and they feel like everyone knows this step. So it's like, okay, what don't you get about how this goes? So if you are starting a business, whatever it is, literally anything, product or service, or if you're just trying to be a freelancer, this right here is always a good idea to have. Okay? Because this is how you're going to start your business in it, where it's going to negate all of the questions. And obviously, I'll break it down for you so you can understand. But if you don't have this, chances are you'll probably end up being one of those people that just ask everybody what they think of their business and all this other shit. Because it's like you don't know about your business, so you're having other people tell you about your business. So what I recommend, I just need one more person. Share the live, comment, whatever. Let me put my link tree up in here too, because I just need one more. I just want to, because two people. See, it's only two people, and I feel like just one more person should be able to witness this kind of information. I should have been able to say it when I had like 7 people up on this drum, but it's okay because I'm gonna get to be able to tell you guys. And if only the 3 of you guys want the secret to starting a business, guess what? You 3 will be better off than everybody else on your Facebook, unless they already have a business and they started their stuff. But I guarantee you, you don't even have to write it down. Like what I'm going to tell you, you don't even have to write it down. You can come up with your own mental version of it as long as you know it to a T. That's the important part. Knowing it to a T. So I got like 2 people up in here. Come in. Like I need 2 more people. Share it, comment, whatever. Let me put my link tree in this thing and everything. So make sure, like, come in. Because I got things. I need one more person on this live. One more person, and I'll drop the secret and I'll talk to you guys about it. Feel me? I'll drop the secret and I'll talk to you guys about it. Thumbs up if you ready. Thumbs up. Because there's only 3 people now. All right, so I'm going to tell you 3 people because I've been up here for 5 minutes. And I really want to start getting to talking about. Oh, one person. See, so only one person is going to get this. I don't know if I can. Okay, so one person is going to get this secret. All right, and okay, 3 people going to get this secret now. All right, so while I got you 3 up here, this is the secret to starting your business and at least having a plan to being successful. You need a business plan. It sounds wild. It sounds so simple. It sounds like I waited this long to hear this nigga say I need a business plan. Hear me out. Now, the reason you're going to need a business plan is because that is the structure of your business. It's not something that you got to like say follow to a T, but it is the structure of your business. It's almost like picking an outfit. When you go out and you're picking an outfit, you have a general feel or basis of what you're trying to wear. Okay, are you going to a dinner party? Are you going to a party? Are you going to a formal gathering? Are you going to a kickback? So your outfit is already going to be determined based on the event you're going to. The same way your business will play out. Your business is going to be based on the structure or the exoskeleton in which your business plan is. So if for my business plan, like I've made a business plan. I started with who I am, what we do, business, and branding. Now, the reason I started with the intangible parts is because those are the intangibles that are going to allow my business to run. So when you're thinking of, okay, what do I need to do in business and how do I get this business started? Your business plan will be your best friend. And that is literally the key. Your business plan. Because your business plan breaks out the steps in what you need to do and for your business to get up and running and be successful and maintain being successful. So if you look at my business plan, I start with a mission statement, a motto, and like who we are and what we do. So who you are and what we do describes this. One, who you are. What is your business? What does your business do? What separates your business from other businesses? That's going to be in your business plan. See, listen to all of this stuff, and if all of this stuff is in your business plan, you will have the answer to all of the questions that you guys ask people. All of the questions that you guys are asking people can be answered if you came up with a business plan. When you're asking someone, well, what should the colors of my business be? If you came up with a business plan, you would know that however you want your customers to feel is going to correlate with the colors. So if you want your customers to feel like they're in power, they're in charge, they're the top, you might do red. If you want them to feel like they're good with money, or if this is like a situation where they can save a lot and everything, you might do money. For example, Cash App is green. Now, do you think that's a coincidence? Do you think Cash App's colors being green and white are a coincidence? No. Money is green and white. Henceforth, Cash App being green. If you think of what's another thing with colors? Coca-Cola or McDonald's. What kind of colors do they have? They have all types of reds and blues and yellows and different reddy yellow colors. Why is that? Because they are representing America. So how are you going to not have any type of red, yellow, blue, white, and American kind of colors and represent America? You feel me? So it's not like these companies that you see with certain colors just willy-nilly pick these colors. These colors have meaning. That's part of your branding because it lets people know this is how I feel when I'm with this company. Why do you think a lot more women probably feel more comfortable with Lyft than Uber? Because Lyft has an all-women app, like an all-women driver selection. If you're driving Lyft, you can select it like to only have a woman driver because that will make you feel comfortable. Do you think that's what separates them from Uber? And they also have a lower price. What is their color? Pink. They're more America family based versus Uber, which, yeah, everyone catches, but you'll see a lot more executives. They cost more. You can get Uber Black, XL, and all the way up. So these colors aren't a mistake. It's called branding. And if you're asking someone, what should your colors be? What kind of message am I trying to portray? All of those questions would be answered if you came up with a business plan, which is why I say it's the key. I'm going to be saying that throughout the entire live. Why I say the business plan is key. Because if you are asking any of these questions, you can ask your business plan. Literally, if you took the time to come up with a business plan, you would answer all of your own questions. If you were to answer now the next thing in the business plan, after you get out, who you are, what you do, the next thing you want to know is in the what you do, what do you do? Do you offer a service? Do you offer a product? Do you offer, software? How much is that going to cost? So in what you offer, now you have to now it gets out okay, what am I going to offer? You're selling a product. Okay, what kind of products are you selling? Are they original? Did you make these products? What makes these products unique? Or if it's clothing, what makes your clothing different than every other clothing person in your city? Not even your state. Every other clothing designer in your city. What makes you different? Nothing? You'll put that in your business plan. So you're going to want to know what separates. You're going to know. Then you're going to be like, okay, if you have, say, Coca, like if you were selling like Coke bottles or something like that. If you were selling like a shampoo, what color is the shampoo? It's probably going to be part of your branding because that's what you want. Are you going to have different shampoos? Are you going to have different lines? Are you going to expand? How many different products are you going to have? How are you going to make the products? And what differentiates your product from someone else's product? That is why you need a business plan. Because those questions will be answered. Where am I going to get this from? Well, where did you get your product from the first time to come up with this idea? Chances are that's how you're going to make it to begin with, because you're not producing in bulk. Then you're going to probably find out ways to how you're going to try to cut the prices of your product down. All of this is in your business plan. So if you don't have a business, what's good, Zakaya? So if you don't have a business plan, your business is going to be a little flimsy in the startup because you're going to be asking so many questions and trying to do so many different things because your head is spinning that it's just like it's the organization of it. The business plan is what will get you organized, and being organized in business is extremely important. Moving on. Then the next thing is, who is going to buy whatever product or service you have? You're going to have to know that. When you sell, like me, I'm a virtual assistant. Who needs virtual assistant? And now I know, I can market my product to anyone. Anyone can use a virtual assistant. Whether if you're a parent, a business owner, an entrepreneur, you're just like a really busy person, you feel me? You don't have to, you could be a celebrity. So it's not like I can limit myself, but you have to start with a niche. You have to start with a select group of people that are going to be almost a shoo-in, almost a guarantee to buy your product. For example, there are a large range of people who do not eat at McDonald's. Do you think McDonald's caters to the people who do not eat at McDonald's? Do you want to know what happens when a company tries to do something like that? Do you want to know what happens when a company, for example, we'll just take Burger King because they're the example I'm going to use, tries to reach widely out of their demographic to a group of people who don't want to eat there? You get the veggie fucking burger, bro. When that flopped, when Burger King said, yeah, we're going to make an all veggie burger, and one, it wasn't even all veggie, so they lied. You get stuff like that. Because that's not your demographic. That's not what you do. So in order for you to come up with an all, like a burger for vegans, basically, that would be expensive. Two, vegans aren't eating at Burger King. Don't do that to yourself. However, you want to see a great range of people? Hey, we know that certain people don't eat McDonald's, right? However, we know that they'll stop by on their way in the morning to go get a coffee and maybe get like something to snack on because they get their coffee. They don't really eat McDonald's, but they get their coffee from here in the morning, and they might get a little breakfast because this is where they get their coffee. What does McDonald's do? They say, you know what? We want them to come back more often. So we're going to make breakfast available all day. That is how you do something like that. You're taking people that only go there for a small reason and now making them come back for more. And now adding other people that may not have been in that demographic. So someone that's going to work at, 7 o'clock at night or 12, like some people that do that weird morning shift like that. The people that go to work anywhere between the hours of like 11 and 3. If you're going to work between 11 and 3, you probably want some breakfast. You don't want like a steak on the way to work. You want like a quick little McDonald's. For you, that's the morning because you're going to wake up and get out of work and it's going to be the morning still. Like you're going to sleep and shit. Feel me? So that's a way of how you're going to be expanding and getting into different markets. You're not going to be Burger King and try to get into the tofu. But you need a business plan to understand at least where you're going. Okay, so if you're going to start with me, I offer virtual assistant services. How am I going to then grow into this? What can I do? What is my scalability into the future? You have to think of these things, all answered in your business plan. The next thing is this. Now that you've discovered who you want to sell this to, so say you are, McDonald's, and you're like, we want to sell this to the families, to families with small children that are on the go and everything. This is a fast food restaurant. Now that you've discovered who you want to sell your product or service to, Now you have to figure out how you're going to get that product or service to them in 2 different ways. Okay, first thing is this. If you have a service, how are you going to bring your service to these people? Is this an online service or is this an in-person service? Do you have an online store? Do you sell like in person? Do you have a brick and mortar? Do you want a brick and mortar? These questions are going to come into play. Because now that you have a product and you have a message and you have like a start of a company kind of, guess what? You want to get your product or service to the people. You want to, if you have a toy, right? If you made a toy or you make clothes and someone from California, because we live in Connecticut. So if someone literally on the opposite side of the country decides to order a piece of your clothing, how will you get it to them? And what is the cost of that? Because now that eats into your profit margin, which we'll talk about later. However, if you're going to know all of this, you're going to need a business plan. You feel me? That's why a business plan is important, because you're going to need to know all this information. And you're going to ask other people how to get all this information. So if you came up with a business plan, you'd already know, because guess what? If you were coming up with a business plan and you're like, okay, I have a product and I need to know how I'm going to get this product across, right? You're then from there going to have to then answer that in your business plan, okay? So if you have clothes and you're like, okay, well, I know I can get my clothes to California. How am I going to get my clothes to California? You're going to put that in the business plan, because if you plan on selling clothes across to California, you have to know how to get your clothes there. Feel me? So if you have a service like mine, how am I going to get my service to California or wherever I would like it to go? I use Zoom. I bring my services over Zoom and email. Someone else might bring their services over their website so that they can order their stuff. Feel me? So it very much is important that you have a business plan. It's not, you don't have to follow it to a T, but you have to have a business plan. Even if you don't write it down and you mentally get one. Like, I'd prefer if you kind of typed it up, wrote it down, whatever, because it'll be there and you can kind of be like, okay, what do I have to do? You'll have a visual. But I'm not going to say you have to, because I would hate for someone to have to say, I have to write something down. So I'm not going to tell you have to write something. You have to write it down. However, it's in your best interest to get that thing planned out, because guess what? Now you have that to present to other people, to investors. It's a start. It's a rough draft start. Now, you're going to think of your caps. I'm like, okay, I start making money. How do I start moving money faster? You're going to have to start making plans, bookkeeping. How am I going to get money, keep money, and have money go out? That will be in your business plan. You're going to now think about, okay, once I get to a certain point, do I plan on growing? How big do I want this business to be? How am I going to take this business from, okay, buy my spices. Hey, buy my services. Hey, buy my iPhone. Hey, buy my comics. Buy my car. Whatever it is that you are selling or offering as a service, you have to plan out how that works, because business has so many working parts. So the first thing is this. Like, let me take you through what every portion of a business plan will take you into. So if you're starting a business, what's the first thing a business needs? A product or a service. Your business plan will outline what surrounds you having a product or service. Let's take this cup. This cup right here. If someone sold this cup because we have it, so that means we bought it. So in order for this cup to get to me, what did it have to go through to just get to me? This one particular cup. And you have to think about that for your business. So, one, this cup is made of plastic. It's a different type of plastic. So, one, this cup had to have materials. So this cup had to be purchased, and the materials for the cup had to be purchased. Then, since it's materials, it had to be made. So all the materials then have to be taken and be made into a cup. How are you going to take the raw materials to make a cup and then make a cup, especially if you're mass producing it? So that's going to say, okay, so now your business plan will let you know what materials you need, where you're going to get the materials from, how much the materials are going to cost you, how much will it cost you to take the materials and make it into a product like this, a finished product, And then there's another thing. You put your time and effort into this. This is your craft. You are like, yo, you see this cup? I put my soul into this cup. So then you have to charge for your time. Your time is worth something. Everyone's time is valuable. You have to know your worth. So here's the thing. If you know that it's going to cost you $3 to get the materials for this cup, the materials. If it costs you $3 for the materials and you're like, my time is worth $13, $14 an hour, right? How long does it take to make one of these cups? Let's just call it a half hour, right? So that means the time of the cup is $7. So $3 for the materials, $7 for your half hour of time. You then can sell the cup for $10. However, what if I am going to buy your cup, do not live in the same state as you or in a place that you can reach and purchase this cup? Now your business plan will tell you how to get to it. So now on surrounding just your product alone, your business plan has told you where you can get the materials for the product from, where you can get how much the product materials are going to cost. It's going to tell you how much your time is worth spent on that. It's going to give you a bottom line on how to break even on that. It's then going to tell you how much it's going to cost to get this product that you've now taken and ship it to somebody else. So now that's everything surrounding the product, right? So now we have to do everything surrounding how we're going to get the product from point A to point B. So now that we've made this, right? The business plan told you the materials for this, how much the materials were going to cost, where we were going to get the materials from, and the process of how it's going to be put together, how much time it's going to take to be put together, how many we can get in that amount of time, and how much it's worth at that particular moment in time after it's done. And now, if you've been listening and we know that we're getting this from place 0. The products are costing us $3, and because of our time, it's $7 to put together, coming to a total of $10. Now we have to get this from person A to person B. How does that work? Well, we're person A. We're the person with the cup. Person B doesn't even know we have a cup. They don't know this cup exists. So the business plan will tell you how to get this cup in front of people. That's called marketing. This business plan will not only tell you how to get this cup in front of people, it will tell you who to put this cup in front of, because they will be the person most likely to buy. Your business plan will outline that for you. So you're not asking, well, who's going to buy my product? Who am I going to sell to? How should I market this product? You don't have to go through any of that or ask those questions because you outlined them in your business plan. So now you've marketed from your business plan, because your business plan will tell you your marketing strategy, who you're marketing to, and the best way to reach those people. The next thing is, now that you've reached that person, this person wants to buy your product. So now your business plan will outline how you're going to get that product or service to person B. So we're person A with the cup, and we have to get it to person B. Your business plan will outline how you're going to do that. You might hand drive deliveries. I know someone who hands out deliveries. You might ship it across the international. You might ship it across the states. You might have someone else pick it up or use some type of service like that. Amazon, UPS, USPS, Post Office, whatever. Your business plan will, however, outline the process that goes. Now, let's just say this person says they want to buy it and they're going to send it off, right? That's what's going to happen. You know you're going to pay the cup costs $10 for you to make, basically. So you're going to sell it because you need profit. Your business plan will outline what you need to make a profit. So profit is, it costs $7 to make this cup of our time. We put $7 worth of our time into making this cup. It costs $3 for parts. If we sell it for $10, we won't make any flipping money, because it cost us $10 to make it. So let's just say we're going to sell it for $15. But then you got to ship. So let's just say we're going to sell it for $18 because that person's getting free shipping. So now that your business plan has covered the materials of the product, where the materials are coming from, how much the materials are going to cost you, how much it's going to cost you to put it together, the process of how you're going to put it together, how you're going to then take this finished product and price it out based on, the worth of your time. Then it's going to show you how to get this product from person A to who is person B. Now that this business plan has shown you who business person B is, it's going to show you how to get this product to them. USPS, UPS, postal office, whatever you're doing to get this product to that person. Your business plan will also outline that. Now this person has to pay you. And this is where everyone jumps to. People jump to this portion of the plan without all this other stuff. Now, people focus on how they're going to get the money and how the money's going to come in and go out and everything. People focus on the money aspect when you see how long it even took us to get to the money. Before it took us so long to prepare ourselves to get to the money. Now we also have to prepare ourselves to have money coming in, because that's a very important thing. You can prepare as much as you want for your product, right? But here is what you don't want to happen, and I pray none of this happens to you, because this is worse than just failing flat out. I promise you, this is worse than failing flat out. Being unprepared for success. That is even worse than just flat out failing. Why? Because if you flat out fail, at least this. You kind of expected it. You were like, whatever. And something happened and it just didn't really work out. Most people probably are expecting that. However, in the small chance that whatever you do, say a post, an ad, like the sangria, say for some example, right? Someone that buys your product, your cup, loves your cup so much that they now talk about it and create a momentous wave of people buying your product. You want to be prepared for that. Because if you're not properly prepared and you fumble the bag, to fumble the bag is so much worse than to have never gotten the bag. Because if you fumble the bag, you know you messed up. Like, you know for a 100% in your soul that, this was, like, it was right there. You had, like, that's like this. If you sell these cups, because we've been talking about these cups for the entire time. So if you sell this cup, and then you do all of the things right to get into your business into play. You have a website because that's part of your marketing, because that's how people are going to then find out about you, and that was in your strategy and all this stuff. And let's say you, the next day, wake up to 2,000 orders for cups. 2,000. You're selling these cups at $18, right? So your cup goes viral overnight in a post because someone ordered your cup, that one person, and they went on their live and said, hey, this cup is amazing. And then they had 5,000, 10,000 people on their live, and guess what? 2,000 people from that live of 20,000, 10,000 people were like, you know what? I'm going to go purchase a cup. So you wake up with 2,000 orders for cups in the morning times 18. So you went to bed with $0. You then woke up to $36,000 and 2,000 orders to fulfill for cups. What do? Your business plan will outline that too. And that's why a business plan is important.
Hey Ramblers, before you go, make sure you're following us on social media at Assistance HQ across the board for all content and exclusives. And for an even more personal touch, subscribe to our weekly newsletter with the link in the description.